Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're feeling good, and you're going to feel even better in about an hour. So we're going to start in butterfly today. We're going to do a full body stretch. We've got an hour long that we're just going to take care of ourselves, and we're going to do the things that feel good. And if anything is like, not today, feel free to make those adjustments. Anytime you want to, you can use bolsters, straps, pillows, blankets, whatever you like. It's just a time to take care of yourself. Okay. No judgments, no criticisms, just deep breathing, letting go, mindful movement, and being present. So with the soles of the feet together, bring those hands to the shins anywhere along the shins that you like, and just sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. Take those big deep breaths in and out through the nose. Let your knees open out wide. And just check in to see how you're feeling. What's going on today? We're going to let the messages of our body guide us today. We're going to let go of our egos. We're going to be present right here. We're going to do our best to be our best and to really honor where we are today, meeting ourselves on our mat, wherever that might be. On your next inhale, press the chest forward, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow your tummy and chest, press your spine towards the back, tuck your chin. Inhale, press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. Let's do one more each direction. Press it through, arch your back, lift your gaze. And exhale, hollow. And inhale it up nice and tall. Release your hands. Let those feet come out and away from you a little bit. And just hinge it forward. You can support with your hands. You can place your hands on your feet. You can extend those arms out long. Just someplace that feels good to you. Getting into the groin, the outer hips, the lower back. And if those arms are extended, into the shoulders. Just let your upper body melt. And then ever so slowly, starting at your tailbone, roll it up one vertebra at a time. Hands just sliding up along the shins till we sit up nice and tall. Let's tuck that right foot underneath us and take that left foot up and over. If you need to extend that right leg out in front for that knee, that's perfect. Feel free to do that. Otherwise, that foot is tucked underneath us and we sit up nice and tall. Just sit up tall, close those eyes if you like, draw those shoulders down and away, and breathe. Feels good to you, wrap that right elbow around the knee, pull it in. Use that left hand to gently pull as well, and then if it feels good to you, turn and look out over your left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin down towards your collarbone. And gently release that rotation, and we're going to sweep that left foot around behind, creating that like letter Z shape, if you will. Take a hold of that left ankle, right arm reaches up and over, good stretch through the ribs, through the waist, through the shoulder, and then release that right hand down. We're going to lift the hips if you like. You can keep your bottom down and just reach it back. And gently release as you exhale, right arm goes up and over. We're going to do 3 of these. Inhaling it back up again, you can stay sitting and just reach or lift the hips and reach. And bottom comes back down, release that left hand, right arm up and over. We have one more where if you like, you can lift those hips, otherwise keep your bottom down. And gently bring your bottom back to the mat. And we switch, crossing that left leg underneath us. If you need to extend that left leg out, do. We cross that right foot up and over, and we work to bring both sit bones down. Just holding on to that knee and sitting up as tall as you can, drawing those shoulders down and away. You can close your eyes if you like, and really just check in. What do you notice? What do you feel? And if it feels good to you, wrap the crook of that left elbow around the knee and pull it in. Right hand can just gently pull. And then turn and look out over that back shoulder. Snowflakes are starting to fall a little bigger. Funny. And then ever so gently releasing that rotation, sweep that right leg around, create that little Z shape. We take a hold with that right hand, left arm up and over, stretching through the shoulder, through the ribs. Inhaling it back up, left hand to the mat, right arm reaches up. You can stay low or you can lift the hips and reach it back. Either way, it's just fine. Release your bottom, right hand to the outside of the ankle, left arm up and over. Inhale it back up, left hand down, right arm up. Lift the hips if that feels good. And gently release. Let's do one more each way. Left arm up and over. And inhale it back up, right arm reaches, and lift the hips if that feels okay. And gently release it down. We're going to turn and extend those legs out long. Flex your feet. You're welcome to place a bolster or a block underneath those knees, a rolled up towel, whatever you like, if that's just too intense at this point. And we're going to slowly walk it forward. Just releasing the weight of the upper body down. Yep, that's fairly intense because it's still early in class. Let your head be heavy. You can soften your feet or you can flex them. Just breathe, let your body melt. Support with those hands or your forearms as much as you need to. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Soften your feet, lower your arms, and slowly roll it back. All the way down. Pulling that right knee in towards your chest. Left leg stays long. Point and flex your foot. Roll the ankle. And a little get core work in, a little early. We're going to keep that right knee tucked in, and we're going to lift that left leg. Now, you can lift that left leg high for a little less intensity. The lower you go, the more intense. If you're just hovering above the floor, that's the most intense. If you like, lift your upper body. Draw that belly button in and up. We're going to build some heat for those deeper stretches as we move through class. Taking that right knee, tugging it in twice, and we switch. 2 tugs. And switch. Now I like to interlace my fingers. You don't have to. You can have your hands however you like. You can kind of separate them, moving independently. So just whatever feels good to you. 2 tugs of that bent knee and switch, keeping that belly button in. If that neck is like, hey, don't love having my upper body off the floor, just place your upper body back down. Last one on that left. Pull that right knee back in. Release the upper body down. And gently let that left leg float back to the mat. Bring your hands behind that right leg and extend that right leg. Now, it might be fairly intense still for that hamstring and the calf. We're going to point and flex the foot. And we're going to roll the ankle. Now we're going to point those toes and we're going to lift that left leg once again. The higher you lift it, the less intense. The lower the leg, the more intense. Draw that belly button in and up. And if it feels good to you, lift that upper body. We have 2 little tugs of that leg and then scissor kick to switch. 2 tugs of the left leg and scissor kick to switch. So you can do this with bent knees. You don't have to have those legs perfectly straight. Kind of a little marriage of the two. The straighter the leg, the more intense the stretch, the heavier the load. Doesn't have to be super fast. Just take it at your pace. One more on the right, and then left. Hold that left. Gently release the upper body back down, release the right leg back down, and bend that right knee, hands to your shin, just below that left knee. And we're just going to pull the knee in. We're going to point and flex our foot. And we're going to roll the ankle. Are you feeling that heat starting to build? Hopefully. And then we're just going to soften that foot, and we're going to lift that right leg. Core strong, draw that belly button in and up. We lift the upper body. If it feels right to you, we tug that left knee in twice, and we switch. Right knee twice, and switch. So your pace, again, you can have your hands however you'd like them. If you'd rather have that upper body stay down, keep it down. Maybe we have those legs reaching a little bit higher. That is absolutely fine. One more each side. Keep that left knee in and gently release it down. Let that right leg float back down towards the ground. Bring your hands behind that left leg and extend your left leg. Be mindful, be kind to that hamstring, pointing and flexing your foot. We want a good stretch, but nothing crazy intense, and then roll the ankle. Make sure you get both directions. Waking up the belly, strengthening those deep core muscles, working the legs at the same time. Now flex your foot, feel that stretch, and then point. Keep your foot pointed, and we're going to lift that right leg a little or a lot. We lift the upper body if that feels okay, and we tug twice. And scissor kick to switch, 2 tugs, and switch. Those core muscles, so important in helping us to stand taller, to have better balance, to catch our balance if ever we're off balance, and to just really be stronger throughout our entire body. When those core muscles are strong, the rest of us are strong. Breathe. One more each side. Left leg comes in, and gently release that upper body down. Bend that left knee and pull the right knee in. Hands to the shins just below the knees, and just gently rock it side to side. Coming back to center, shift your hands behind your thighs, a little pull of those knees in, and rock yourself up. If that's not great, find a good way to come back up to your bottom. Crisscross those legs, come forward, step one foot back, and then the other. We come to plank. Hold your plank, toes or knees, hands or forearms. Breathe. As you exhale, lift your hips to down dog. Sit bones reach high. Hands are shoulder width apart. Really do your best to get the bend out of the wrists as much as possible. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Oh, that feels good on those toes. Exhale, press the sit bones high. Draw the bottom of your tummy towards the top of your thighs. And as you exhale, let your heels gently sink. Let's alternate bending knees. Walk it out. As you exhale, let both heels sink. We inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. And exhale it back to down dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale it to high plank. And exhale it to down dog. 1 more time, inhaling it to high plank. And exhaling it to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Face soft. We bring the hands to the elbows and hold on. A little shift of your weight forward into your toes. Oh, what do you feel down the backs of the legs? How about into that lower back? Shift your weight back towards your heels. Maybe lift your toes. Shift your weight forward. Reach your forearms, your elbows towards the mat. And then once again, back towards your heels, lifting those toes if that feels okay. And then center your weight, relax your arms, and ever so slowly ragdoll your way up. At the top, give those shoulders a good roll up and back, and let your shoulders slide down and away. Isolate those shoulders. Lift that right shoulder up and back, and let your shoulders slide down and away. Lift that left shoulder, roll it back, and let it slide down and away. Do that one more time, both shoulders. Take them up and back, and let it slide down and away. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll those shoulders back and extend those arms. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, arch it back. Reach your knuckles towards the ground. Lift your gaze towards the ceiling. And just breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall, core strong. Lift those arms as high as you can without opening up through the rib cage. Breathe. A little strength, a little flexibility. And then slowly lower your hands back down. Release your hands, roll those shoulders up and back. Palms open to the front, to mountain. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Hold here, pressing through that back heel. Breathe. Bringing that back knee to the mat. Keep those toes tucked under. Feel that stretch in the toes, the arch of the foot. If that doesn't feel good, yes, just untuck those toes. Now go ahead and untuck those toes. We lift. Lifting those arms up and overhead, leaning into it, feeling that stretch down the front of that left leg. Releasing that right hand to the top of the right thigh. Arch it back if that feels all right. You can stay upright. Inhaling it up tall, releasing that left hand to the inside of your right foot. Rotate and reach. Right arm high. Lifting out of that left shoulder, lengthening and reaching. If you like, tuck the back toes and extend that back leg. Otherwise, knee stays down. Find your breath. Core is strong. We keep our rotation. We give a little push off with that left arm and we rise. Arms open out to a T. Spread your fingers wide and breathe. Press through that back heel. Inhale, turn it back to face front. Arms come overhead. And exhale, flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Draw that left foot in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Interlace your fingers, turn your palms to the sky. And as you exhale, arch it back. Stretching through the belly. Through the chest. Inhaling it up nice and tall, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Press through that left palm, turn and look up along the inside of that left arm. Inhale it up tall, and exhale, lean to the left. Press through that right palm, and if it feels good to you, turn and look up along the inside of that right arm. Inhale it back up nice and tall. Bring the hands behind your head. Elbows go wide. Draw those shoulder blades towards one another. As you exhale, hinge it forward. Coming halfway over, nice flat back. Keep those elbows drawn back. And we rise. Exhale and lean to the right. Far as you can lean and lift that left elbow just a little bit higher. Inhaling it back up nice and tall. And exhale, lean to the left, far as you can lean. And lift that right elbow just a little bit higher. Inhaling it back up nice and tall, core strong. Again, we hinge it forward, draw those shoulder blades towards one another. Keep those elbows back, hinging halfway over. And rise. As you exhale, let your head be heavy. Lean it back into your hands. Let those elbows be heavy and open out to the side. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Draw the chin towards the chest. Close the elbows around the ears. Inhale, head up nice and tall. Open those elbows wide. Extend those arms. Reach it high. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Take a giant step back with your right foot. Hold here. Press through that back heel. And breathe. We release that back knee. Keep those toes tucked under if that feels okay. We lift the foot, place the top of the foot to the mat. Core strong, we rise. Breathe. Releasing that left hand to the left thigh. Arch it back a little or a lot. Inhaling it up nice and tall. Release that right hand to the inside of your left foot. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Lift out of that right shoulder. Now we can keep that back knee down or tuck the toes and extend that back leg, pressing through your heel. Breathe. Honor what your body needs, wherever you are in your practice today. Keeping that rotation, core strong, we give a little push off with that right hand and we rise. Spread your fingers and reach. Inhale, turn it back to face front, arms come overhead. Flow forward, hands on either side of your foot. Draw that right foot in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. As you exhale, sweep your arms back, middle, up to a high V, back to middle, back to a low V. T, high V, T, low V. One more time on the way up. T, high V, and then just gently let those arms float down by your sides. Take a moment. Relax your arms. Stand tall. Close your eyes. Feel the soles of your feet rooting into the earth. Just feel your posture nice and tall. Your core strong, legs solid. Gently open your eyes, reach it high. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, walk, step, or hop to high plank. Toes or knees, crocodile down. Press it through up dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, press the chest and shoulders toward your thighs. Reach your sit bones high. And exhale, let your heels gently sink. We shift our weight to our left foot. Right toes reach high. Exhaling and sweeping that right foot through between your hands. Back heel to the mat. We stand tall to warrior one, squaring the pelvis. Those right toes pointing straight ahead. Arms can be overhead or those hands can pull down to heart center. Either way, taking care of your shoulders, your neck. Breathe, bring your palms to touch. Interlace the fingers all but the index finger and thumb. Inhale, reach it high. And as you exhale, arch it back. A little or a lot. Pelvis stays facing front. What do you feel? Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Can you reach any further back? Inhaling it up nice and tall, core strong. We begin to hinge it forward, making sure you're not locking out that right knee. Breathe. Inhale, we rise. Once again, bend that right knee. As you exhale, open to warrior two. Pelvis opens to the side, tummy and chest to the side. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust your feet. Inhale, straightening that front leg a little. And exhale, sink. Once more, inhale, straighten. And exhale, sink back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach, and take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Lengthening and reaching through those right fingertips. Let's turn and look towards that back heel. Inhale, straighten that front leg, reach it back even further. Keeping those legs straight, inhale it back up. Windmill that left arm up and over. Placing that left hand to the inside of your right foot. If you need to adjust your feet, adjust. Rotate and reach. Right arm high. Just as high as you can. Revolve triangle. And as you exhale, release that right hand down, one hand on either side of your foot. Front knee bends just slightly, and we're going to draw that back foot about halfway in. Back foot still turned out to about a 45-degree angle. And we're going to work to draw that left side of the pelvis forward, right side of the pelvis back. We lift just slightly, move those hands slightly in front of the foot, and square those hips. Now slowly begin to lower the upper body down. Tummy and chest like you're going to place it on that right leg. For pyramid pose. Now you can stay right here, focusing on that amazing stretch down the back of that right leg. If you want to intensify and you're able to keep your form, you are welcome to join me, reaching those hands back towards the back of the mat. Fingertips are pointing towards the back of the mat. Walk your hands back as far as you can without opening up the pelvis. We're still up on the pads of the fingers. Nose toward your knee. Be mindful that you're not locking out that right knee. We're going to shift our weight to that right foot and bend that left knee. Draw your heel toward your bottom. Flamingo pose. Releasing that left foot. We pull the hands to heart center, lengthening through the crown of the head, and slowly rise. Hands remain at heart center and arch it back. If you like, you can reach it back. That's a lot more load in the back, so be nice. Inhaling it back up nice and tall, hands to heart center. Step it forward to mountain. Inhale, reach it high. And exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale, down walk, step or hop to high plank. Holding your plank, toes or knees, or if you like, take it halfway down and hold. Breathe. And rise all the way up to your full plank. Let's take it low and hold. Your lowest crocodile. Elbows no lower than those shoulders. Shoulders no lower than the elbows. Half lift. And rise. Lift your hips to down dog. Allowing the heels to sink, lifting those sit bones high, heads heavy. We shift our weight to our right foot. Left toes reach high. Exhaling and sweeping that left foot through. Back heel to the mat. Stand tall to warrior one. We square our pelvis. That back leg long and strong. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And then exhale, sink. Now inhale, straighten that front leg. Keep that pelvis square. Keep that left knee from locking. And we hinge it forward. Sweep those arms back to flight. Breathe. Loading those hamstrings on that left side. Slowly we stand tall, all the way back up. Interlace your fingers all but the index finger and thumb and arch it back. Breathe. Inhaling it up nice and tall, and as you exhale, open to warrior two. Pelvis and tummy open to the side. Arms extend out to a T. Breathe. Inhale, straighten that front leg a little bit. And exhale, sink. Back arm onto the back leg, front palm to the sky, reach forward as far as you can reach, and then take it up and back. Reverse warrior. Turn your gaze towards your back heel, a little tuck of your chin. Checking in. Inhale, straighten that left leg. See if you can reach any further back. Core strong, we rise. Windmilling that right arm up and over. Placing that right hand to the inside of that left foot. Adjust your feet if you need to. Rotate and reach. Left arm high. Breathe. How high can you reach? Make sure you're not sinking into that right shoulder, but you're lifting out of it. We're lengthening through the spine to help rotate even further. As you exhale, release that left hand down. One hand on either side of your foot. That front knee bends just slightly so we can draw that right foot in about halfway. Back foot's at that 45-degree angle. We bring our hands slightly forward in front of that left foot. Square your pelvis. Lift the upper body, lengthen through the torso, and then slowly begin to lower your body down. Like you're going to place the center of your tummy and chest onto that left leg. And take your gaze towards your back big toe. Pyramid. You feel that left hamstring, calf, left glute. You can stay right here with those hands on either side of your foot for stability and balance. Or if you wish, reach those fingertips back. As you walk your hands back, feeling that space in that middle back. A little tuck of your chin towards your chest, nose towards your knee. We're still up on the pads of the fingers. We're going to push into those hands as you shift your weight to the left foot. Right knee bends. Heel draws up towards your bottom. Again, flamingo pose. Gently releasing that right foot. Pulling the hands to heart center. We lengthen through the crown of the head. Core strong as we rise. As you exhale, arch it back a little or a lot. If you like, you can extend those arms. You don't have to. Be nice to your body. Listen to what it needs, where it is today. Inhale it back up. Pull those hands to heart center and step it forward to mountain. Interlace your fingers, press your palms out and up. As you exhale, a little arch back, press through those palms. Inhaling it up, nice and tall. Pull the hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your left foot. Left arm extends up. Right hand reaches down. As you're ready, lift your right foot. Place it in your hand. Draw your knees back towards one another. Now we've taken a hold along the inside or the arch of your right foot. You can stay right here. You are welcome to use a wall, a counter, or a chair to help stabilize. You can stay right here. Or if you wish, press your foot into your hand as your hand begins to guide your foot up towards the ceiling. You can keep the chest tall or hinge it forward. Breathe as you press that foot into your hand, being mindful that that right knee doesn't flare out to the side. Our dancer's pose. And slowly we begin to stand tall, drawing those knees back towards one another. Releasing the foot, drawing that right knee forward, hands to heart center, flex that right foot. You're welcome to stay right here, activating quads and hip flexors, lower abs, or extend those arms out long and extend that right leg. We're working to get that right leg just as high as we can and make it as long as we can. Breathe. Now slowly pass that right foot through and back to your warrior three. Squaring the pelvis. Core strong. Bending that left knee, sink as low as you like. Now gently place that right foot down. We come back to our warrior one. Find your warrior one before moving on. Circle the arms back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend. Left leg high. Now we can keep that left leg high, or you're welcome to release it down to down dog. You can hold your down dog or inhale it to high plank, leg up or down, crocodile. Press it through, up dog, release your foot. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands and walk your feet in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. And exhale, pull those hands to heart center. Shift your weight to your right foot. Right arm extends up, left hand reaches down, kick that left foot up. Take a hold along the inside or the arch of your foot and draw your knees towards one another. And again, you're welcome to use the wall, a counter, or a chair to help balance. This is about finding success, and it's about progress. It's not about perfection. If you'd like, press that left foot into your hand as your hand guides your foot towards the sky. You can keep that chest tall or hinge it forward. And again, we're doing our best to keep that left knee from flaring out to the side. Breathe. Do you feel more stable on one side? Better balance on one side? Pretty normal. Slowly we stand tall, drawing those knees back towards one another. As you release that left foot, pull that left knee forward, hands to heart center. Breathe. You can stay right here or extend those arms out to a T, and we extend that left leg a little or a lot. Chest is tall, core is strong. And slowly sweep that left leg through and back as you come to your warrior three. Square the pelvis, bending that right knee, sinking in. Breathe. A giant step back to your warrior one. Take a second and find your warrior one. We circle those arms back. Release your hands on either side of your foot. Lift your hips, sweep it back, and extend right leg high. And another opportunity here for a strength challenge. You are welcome to join me. Or just release that right foot down to your down dog. Inhaling it to high plank if you like, leg up or down. Crocodile. Press it through, up dog, release. Tuck your toes, lift your hips to down dog. We inhale up to the balls of the feet. As you exhale, spin your heels out, toes in, and let your heels sink. Breathe. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Spin those heels back towards one another, and then gently release it down. Let's inhale it to high plank. Toes or knees, super slow. Let's take it down. All the way down onto your tummy. Forehead to the mat. Hands on either side of your head or your shoulders. As you exhale, just lift the upper body. Breathe, extend one arm out in front and then the other, and then we're going to pull that right elbow straight in, left elbow straight in to Sphinx pose. So those elbows are right underneath those shoulders. Lifting out of the neck, out of the shoulders, just gazing forward. Now slowly begin to press through the palms of the hands, only if that feels okay to you, for a deeper arch. Otherwise, stay on those forearms. Stretch in the belly. We turn those fingertips towards one another. Bend the elbows. Elbows go out to the side. Hands underneath the chest or underneath the chin. And breathe. We draw that right heel in towards your bottom. Reach your right hand back, take a hold of your foot. Draw your heel in towards the center of your glute. Now just notice kind of what the front of your thigh and the front of the right side of that pelvis has done. Probably lift it off the mat. Keep that heel drawn in and press the right side of your pelvis back down towards the mat. Now see if you can lift that right knee at all. Beautiful stretch, making sure that you're taking care of the knee. quadriceps, hip flexors. Gently release that knee back down and gently release that right side. Right hand comes underneath the chin, left heel up towards your bottom. Reach back with that left hand, take a hold of your foot and gently draw it in. Heel right towards the center of your glute. And breathe. Now gently press that left front of the thigh to the mat, that left side of the front of the pelvis to the mat. And then if it feels right to you, see if you can lift that knee. Breathe. And gently release. Hands on either side of your chest. Press it back to child's pose. Stretch out your back. Find your breath. Slow it down. We have a little challenge here. I want you to take it to the level that you feel successful. We're going to inhale it up to a modified high plank. Now you can stay here in this modified plank. You can come down onto your forearms. You can tuck your toes and extend those legs. You can come down onto your forearms. So options for your plank. And we're going to hold our plank. We're going to hold our plank for as long as we can. And then you're going to come to child's pose. I encourage you to close your eyes, to breathe. We're going to transition from our front plank, our prone plank, to a side plank. And we're just going to do our best. So whatever that means. And if you're like, wow, I really don't like planks, it's because they're hard. They're hard for everybody. But they are one of the greatest exercises, poses that you can do for your entire body. Being mindful that those hips don't sag. Always better to have your hips be a little bit higher. We're going to transfer to that side plank in 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We roll to that left elbow, right arm up. And if you need to adjust, making sure that that shoulder's right over the wrist or the elbow. So depending upon where you are. If you need to bring that left knee down, do. If you need to stagger your feet or if you want to stack them, breathe. Just breathe. Slow, steady breaths. Shaky is good. Shaky means you're working hard. And we're going to go directly into the other side in 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. Just rolling it over. If you need a break, take one. If one side feels stronger than the other, that's totally normal. Engage every muscle in your core. Feel the strength in your inner thighs, outer hips, the shoulders. Find your breath and slow it down. Close your eyes. Strong and healthy. Breathe. In 5, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it back to center. We just have 10 seconds here. Two and 1. Open up those knees nice and wide and press it back to extended child's pose. Nice job. If that was easy, celebrate that. If you're like, oh my goodness, I can't imagine being able to do that, hang in there, keep coming back, and I promise you will. It's about listening to your body, showing up, consistency, and being kind. Challenging yourself wherever it's appropriate. Let's go ahead and walk those hands up. Come over onto a hip and sweep your feet around. Slide on down towards the top of your mat. And we're going to keep that right leg crossed underneath. And we're going to pull that left foot in, bringing the hands towards the ankle and extending that left leg, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to point and flex that left foot. Breathe. So this is an option, is to just have that right foot tucked in. You are also welcome to come to Heron pose and kick that right foot around behind you. So either way is perfectly fine. If you are taking special care of your knee today, I definitely encourage you to keep that foot in front. Now let's flex the foot, and if you're able, taking a hold of your foot. The more you flex your foot, the more intensity you bring, lifting that chest, and breathe. So if you've chosen that foot to the outside, just feeling that really nice hip crease stretch, outer hip stretch, and a nice stretch for your knee. If your knee is saying that this is not a nice place to be, shift it back to where that foot is in front. And we bend that left knee, placing that left foot down and extend it out. And then sweep that right foot back out. We bend that right knee and either tucking that left foot in or bringing it to the outside. You decide what's right for you and pull that right foot in. Bring your hands behind that right calf. You can take a hold of your foot if you like. For that first part, just the back of the leg so that you can point and flex your foot and roll the ankle. Lifting the chest so we're not hollowing the tummy and chest and rounding that middle back. Sit up nice and tall. That'll keep your core engaged and keep that length in the spine. If you're ready, flex your foot. Maybe you take a hold down at the ball of your foot or your toes. Again, we sit up as tall as you can. What's going on with that left knee? If that foot's kicked back to your Heron pose, is the knee happy? Is the hip happy? If it's not, shift that foot to the inside and breathe. Slow and steady. And gently bend that right knee, bringing your foot back to the mat. Go ahead and slide that right leg out, and that left leg goes long. Flex your feet, reach it high. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Release your hands and relax the weight of the upper body down. So hopefully feeling a little less intense and a little more range of motion here than we did at the beginning of class. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall and let those arms just float down by your sides. Press your palms towards the ground. Sit tall, staff pose. Close your eyes for a moment. We're not arching the back, just sitting up tall. And breathe. Now point your toes. And we slowly begin to lean it back, placing those hands behind you. Fingertips are pointed towards your bottom. Lean back onto your forearms. Elbows are right below the shoulders, and we lift the chest, pulling those knees in. Extend the legs up and slowly lower the legs. You can stop at any point. Keep that belly button drawn in. Pull the knees in. Extend the legs long and lower. Keep that belly button drawn in. We have 3 more this way, and then we're going to reverse it. Keeping that chest lifted so you're not sinking into those shoulders. Last 2. Breathe. Legs are side by side. 1 more time. As those knees come in, we're going to reverse it. So those feet are going to kick out along the floor and then lift high and pull back in. Slide it out. Lift it high. Keep that chest tall. Pull it in. Slide it out. Lift it high. Draw the knees in. 2 more times. Out, up, and in once more. Slide it out. Lift it high and pull it in. Shift one hand to the knee and the other and just lower yourself on down onto your back. Oh, that feels pretty good. Extending those legs, bringing the hands behind your legs and gently pull them in. If you like, wrap the forearms around the backs of the legs, add a flex of your feet, and use the strength of the arms to pull those legs in. Maybe lift your upper body. You don't have to. You can keep that upper body down. I just want you to feel a really good stretch and maybe that little pressure massage in that middle back. And gently bend your knees. Place your right foot to the mat wide, left foot to the mat wide, arms out to your sides, just so they're out of the way. You might even heel toe those feet open a little wider than your mat, keeping that pelvis as level as you possibly can. Roll that right knee to the inside. Do your best to keep that right side of the pelvis from lifting, and just use the strength of that right leg to draw the inside of your knee towards the floor. This should feel good. If there's any pain, back off. Just close your eyes and focus your breath. And gently release that right side. Keep that pelvis as level as you can. If you need to adjust that left foot out a little ways, you can. And then just gently internally rotate that left knee, drawing the inside of your knee towards the floor. Just using the strength of that left leg. So we're not forcing anything to happen. And then gently release. Heel toe those feet together. Feet are hip width apart. Hands down by your sides. Little pelvic tilt. And slow and steady. Lift those hips towards the ceiling. Peeling your spine off the mat one vertebra at a time. Up to bridge pose. Keeping those knees from flaring open. Just give those buns a really good squeeze. And then ever so slowly, gently release it back down. Bottom's the last to touch. We pull that right knee in, left leg goes long, right arm out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Do your best to keep that right shoulder blade from lifting, and turn and look out over that right arm. Close your eyes and breathe. And slowly releasing, coming back to center. Go ahead and let that right knee roll open, sole of the foot along the inside of that left leg like you're coming into tree pose, and just let that knee open out to the side. And gently lift that right knee. Go ahead and extend that right leg on out. Pull your left knee in, right hand reaching across, guiding your left knee across your body, doing your best to keep that left shoulder blade from lifting, and turn and look out over your left arm. Now here we just let gravity do all the work for us. Gently releasing that right hand, we roll it back to center, placing that left foot to the inside of the thigh, and just let that left knee roll open. Again, almost like we're coming to our tree pose here. Just notice what the pelvis does, the kind of stretch you feel in the glutes, the inner thigh. the hips. Be mindful of the knee. If you need to slide your foot down a little bit, yep, you can. And then gently lift that left knee and just go ahead and slide that left leg out and allow it to come to rest. Take a moment, bring your arms down by your sides, open your palms up towards the sky, lift the chest, maybe roll those shoulder blades underneath you just a little bit, and then surrender back down against the mat. I just invite you to find a comfortable place, whether that be on your back or a different place entirely. Take a second to find that comfortable place. Rest your hands, get rid of the wiggles, and give yourself permission to be still. Aware of each breath you take. Freeing, cleansing, rewarding. We keep a clear mind, a quiet being. We open our heart. Opening our heart to the giving and receiving of loving energy today, every day that we can. We take a few moments here to be still, to breathe, to cleanse ourselves from anything that weighs us down or anything that keeps us from being our most productive and authentic self. Here we are free to just be a human being rather than a human doing all the time. As we remain here quiet, calm, breath slow and steady, we take a moment today to breathe, to think, and to appreciate the person that we are becoming. Recognizing that our journey is special and deserves love and patience. Again, here we take a moment to breathe, to think, and appreciate the person we are becoming. Recognizing that our journey is special and deserves love and peace. We stay connected to our breath as it deepens. If it feels good to you, extend those arms overhead or out by your sides and just lengthen those limbs. Point your toes. Make those legs as long as you can, arms as long as you can. Deepen your breath to a count of 4, both the inhale as well as the exhale. Feeling strong, feeling healthy. Hopefully feeling a smile on your face and in your heart. As you are ready, gently drawing your knees in towards your chest, hands to your shins, and just gently rock it side to side. Take as long as you need to bring yourself back to the world around you. A moment of gratitude in this mindful movement, in this time to take care of ourselves from the inside out. And as you're ready, however you wish, whenever you're ready, come up to a seated position that feels good to you. Pull your hands to heart center, a gentle tuck of your chin towards your chest. A couple good deep cleansing breaths. Inhale, lift your face, lift your hands, base of the thumbs to the center of the forehead, gently pressing. Activating our intuition through that third eye. Trusting, mindful, present. May your day be full. May your heart be full. Always an honor and a privilege. Namaste.